Shalom, Ahab wa Baraka. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Rakakadash. It's going to be a really short class. So I'm just going to read the scriptures and then we're going to get into it. All right, let's do it that way today. And we're going to start at 2 Timothy. In fact, I want to call it because there might be some precepts in there I want to get to. 2 Timothy 4 and 3 through 4. Let's just get it in the KJV because I have to bring them up separately and I don't want to do that. So 2 Timothy 4, I'm going to start at verse. You know what? Let's start from the top. I charge you therefore before Yahweh and Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at the time, at his appearing and his kingdom. So he shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Exhort means to encourage. Let's get the other ones. To rebuke is to correct. So, or show strong disagreement. Let's get it. Let's get the definitions instead of making up stuff. Let's get it. It's a review now. What's the biblical definition of rebuke? A stern expression of disapproval, correction, or wrongdoing to encourage repentance and spiritual growth. So when it says reprove, it's saying correction. Now, what about rebuke? What's the biblical definition of rebuke? I'm sorry, that was rebuke. Stern expression of disapproval, correction, and I'm sorry, so I said rebuke, I meant reprove. What's the biblical definition of reprove? What's the biblical definition of reprove? To scold, express stern disapproval of someone's actions or behavior, typically with a gentle and corrective intent. So when you reprove somebody, you're scolding them, but you're doing it in a righteous fashion. So you're not pissing them off. You're just telling them what's right and what's wrong, but you're doing it gently. So you're humbly explaining it to them, but you're also being stern at the same time. Let's keep reading. Now let's get to the point. So we know that we need to be instant in season, out of season. We need to be teaching this word. And at this time, we're lucky that we're still teaching the word. Believe me when I tell you this. Verse 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. In other words, teachers telling them what they want to hear. And they shall turn away their ears from hearing the truth and shall be turned unto fables. Fables means lies. So their truths will be turned unto lies. And that goes into, literally, it goes into Isaiah 30, starting at verse 9. Let me get over here. Isaiah 30 and 9. So sometimes the tablet tries to track what I say halfway through it. Starting at 9, though, Isaiah 30 and 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. That's why they're not listening to the truth. That's why they're having a problem right now. Let me call it out again. 2 Timothy chapter 4. KJV, of course. Oh my gosh. 2 Timothy chapter 4, New King, or now he got me fucked up. Don't know how. 2 Timothy chapter 4, King James authorized. I swear on everything, man. It's like, it literally hides the actual format that I want. After this many years, you would think it would stop hiding it from me, but it doesn't. So it says that let's go back over to like I said, 2 Timothy chapter 4, and let's go back to verse 3, because it says they will not endure sound doctrine. But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So when you go over here to verse 9, it says this is a rebellious people. Isaiah 30:9, this is a rebellious people. Lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's those teachers with itching ears. Why? They shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto lies. Teach us lies. Prophesy deceits. What do you think that means? It means to teach lies. So that's what's going on right now. Right now. So it is building up to something too. And I want to get to it. So let's move around a little bit. Let's go back over to the book of Matthew chapter 13. And we're going to go right over to the point in verse 15. The people's heart is waxed gross. In other words, they're hardened their heart. They don't want to listen. And their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have closed. What do I tell you in every class? If you've got eyes to see and ears to hear, not the people that are dull of hearing, the people that don't want to hear this, I'm not talking to those people, okay? The ones that have eyes to see, the ones that have ears to hear. That's why I put that in every class. Every single class. If you have eyes to hear, and if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, then I hope you got something out of this message. I'm talking right out of the scriptures. I'm talking right out of the scriptures. I'm only speaking to the 1/3 elect. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and they should hear with their ears, and they should understand with their hearts, and should be converted, and I should heal them. He don't want you. Did you hear that? He said that if I let you convert, I would heal you. Wow. That shows you how far off you guys are. You're so far off from being on point. You're so far off to the left or to the right. The Most High saying, I'm not dealing with them. And if I do, they'll be saved. I'm not doing that. No, these guys are going off, and I'm going to let them go off. I'm going to keep them going off. That way I can fulfill the prophecies. So let's go over to the book of Isaiah, chapter 6. Because this is all building up to something. People don't want to hear the truth anymore. People want to hear smooth things. People get angry when they hear the truth. They justify worldliness. They do all of these things in our faces, right in our faces. So let's go to Isaiah chapter, 6. And let's start at verse verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. So you're hearing it and you're seeing it, but because you guys want to be lied to, you can't understand anything that's going on biblically. You can only take it for the face value. And this is, I'm telling you, this is all building up to something big. So make the heart of the people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts and convert and be healed. Once again, the Most High is not dealing with you in any way, shape, or form. You've had your opportunity to come back. He was only going to take the 1/3 from the beginning. So that's why we tell you that we were sealed from the beginning of time. Not me personally, Most High willing, I'm one of them. But the children of Israel, the 1/3, have been sealed since the beginning of time. So anybody that I'll tell you, well, all I have to do is praise Jesus and I'm saved. Do that then. Then take that path and see how it works out for you. But it looks like that you guys might be ever hearing indeed, but understanding not. Because you hear the truth and then you go right back to your lies. And the most beautiful part about that, and I'm coming up to it pretty soon here. Let's go to the book of John real quick though. Because there's a point here that I'm making. Like I said, there is a point. You guys hate the word. You don't want to hear the word. When the word comes out, you'll hear it but not understand it. You'll see the prophecies being fulfilled and just not understand. You'll see it and you shall not perceive. You just won't know what's going on. And that's because you refuse to study. It says, study to show thyself approval. Workman, be not ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth. It's that simple. You guys just start doing that. And so now when it comes down to it, you were never chosen in the first place. That's why I say, if you can bring that energy, like anybody that can follow this doctrine is truly an Israelite, because everybody else is going to go the route of Mark 4 and 16 through 18. But let's go to St. John chapter 12 real quick. But yeah, everybody else, they're going to take that other route. They're going to be pissed off when they hear the truth. But let's go to St. John 12 and 40 real quick. He hath blinded their eyes and hath hardened their hearts, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart. Your heart represents your mind. How many times do I got to say that? So they're not going to understand with their brain what's going on and be converted, and I should heal them. He doesn't want you. You guys are doomed. 2/3 are doomed. The rest of the nations, you never had a chance in the beginning. But those 2/3 actually could have converted. They didn't. And it was written that you weren't going to. That's why I tell you, if you can follow the doctrine, you're truly an Israelite and part of the chosen elect. But if you say that you're part of that chosen elect, but you don't follow the doctrine, we know you're a liar. So let me read it one more time, and then we're going to move on. He hath blinded their eyes, hardened their hearts, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their mind, their heart, okay, and be converted, and I should heal them. He don't want to heal you because he doesn't want you. And that's beautiful. Because, see, what you guys are experiencing right now, you never had the word. You've never had the truth. And once the truth's taken away, you're going to be searching for it. So that's the whole thing. You guys like it. Your whole lifestyle is too little, too late. That's how you live. You live in a too little, too late type world. And that's why you guys are always having problems. So let's just get it. I'm going to close out with this, because this is really my whole point for today. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to happen too. That's what I want to do, is I want to tell you how this is going to go down. Amos chapter 8. And we're going to go right to the point. I'm going to start at verse 7, and I'm just going to read down until I stop. So this is Amos chapter 8 and 7. Yahweh hath sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. Talking about the 1/3 doing the righteous works. And you know what? And the 2/3 doing their wicked works. Everybody's going to get repaid for what they do. Verse 8, shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein? So, you're going to get repaid for your works. Now the land's trembling. Most of you are wicked. Most of your wicked side. I mean, I'm scared because I could fall in the cracks too at any time. I am not saved until Yahweh comes and sends Yahweh Shai down and comes and gets me. So, shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein, and it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. Egypt wasn't flooded. Just saying. So that's a parable right there for you guys to figure out. Verse 9, it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. A sign of the times. Let's read. Let's get to the point. Verse 10, and I will turn the feasts into mourning and all your songs into lamentation. So all you guys that are partying and everything, he's getting ready to turn this whole, and you can see it, he's already turning it upside down. He's already twisting everything around. You see things that you've never seen before in your life, like ICE agents, not even getting paid because Trump doesn't pay his staff. You got to remember that. So none of those ICE agents have even been paid yet. And they're out there pretty much voluntarily taking out brown people. That's happening. That is happening. I will turn your feast in the morning. So it's already happening. It's Jeremiah 30:7, and this is the time of Jacob's trouble, but Israel is going to be saved out of it. The 1/3 will be saved out of it. Everybody else has to die the painful death. I will turn your feast in the morning and all your songs into lamentation. I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins. That means he's going to bring sorrows upon everybody and baldness upon every head. That also goes into mourning. I will make it as the mourning of an old son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. That's horrible. That sounds like a pretty bad day. Now let's get to the point. This is the point that I've been building up to this whole class. Amos 8:11. Behold, the day is come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And why? Because you guys don't want to hear it. And you guys are those type of people that you only want things that you can't have. So as soon as you can't have this truth, and as soon as it goes away, you're going to be searching for it. In fact, the next verse says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, seeking the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. And the crazy thing is this is how it's going to go down. See, they have to have a famine of the word. They have to take away our communication between each other to be able to fulfill their plan. So they're eventually going to shut. I'm not going to say they're going to shut the whole internet down. I don't believe that. I believe that they're going to put more restrictions on our freedom of speech, and it's either going to be you're either going to get a fine or you're going to be incarcerated for saying things that they don't agree with. So we're not going to be able to teach without getting put away or disappearing, or you never know what could happen next. And so to do that, they have to push a very serious catastrophe throughout the world, because they're going to have to shut everything down to get that reset started. And the whole point of taking away your communication and taking away this truth is to implant to bring in the MOTB, for the lack of better words, to really just to reel in that part of the prophecy. So now, if they shut everything down, they have some crazy, these rumors of wars are getting more and more serious too. So they're going to have to do something pretty big. When they shut everything down and they turn it back on, I don't think your shit's going to work the same. I really don't. I think that we're not going to be able to post videos like this anymore. And on top of that, if you do get caught trying to do that, you're going to get busted. I've seen people in different countries getting arrested for reading the Bible in public. I've seen people get arrested for making comments on YouTube in different countries, and it's coming here next. So the famine of the word, just like Jacob's trouble, has already started. It just hasn't hit here. And when it does, it's going to be big because they're going to have to literally take everything away. And in doing so, that means that they'll be able to implement the MOTB too. Because if they take everything down and they put it back up, now you have to have certain credentials. You have to be digitally subscribed. They want to make sure they know which people are the real Americans. Watch, it's coming, man. Anybody, it's not even a prophecy. You could just see it happening. You could just see how they're getting ready to shut shit down so they can come back and say, well, we don't know who's who now, so we're going to have to digitally mark everybody. We're going to have to digitally subscribe you to this new society for you to be able to participate. We need to know that you're a real American now. We're going to need to know that. See, the way they're doing right now is they're just grabbing anybody, but that's already coming to an end. But when they're finished with that, it's going to be the next phase of that same thing. And they're never going to stop. They're trying to take us all out. The final decree has been set. Kill them all at any cost. You got to remember in Exodus 1 and 10, it says, let us deal wisely with them, and lest they rise up, if there a war break out, right? Come, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies. We are your fucking enemy. You brought us here. A lot of us were already here and then enslaved, and then the rest of us were brought here and enslaved. You're going down, bro. That's all there is to it. So it says that let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass when there falleth out any war, they join also to our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. So what are they doing? They're trying to get us up out of the land. They know that we got militias here against us. We got lakes that were all black communities. We've got places like Black Wall Street, like Black Wall Street's just the most famous. There's hundreds of towns like that. And then thousands of lakes. I don't know if there's thousands or hundreds of lakes in America right now. What is Seneca Village? Get them out of our land. What is Seneca Village? Seneca Village is New York. What is that park in New York? Oh fuck. Whatever. You know the something park in New York. I forget where the name of that big park is. It slips my mind for some reason right now. But within that park, that whole park was all in an all black community, and it was called Seneca Village. What did they do? They raped, robbed, and murdered all those people, and then turned it into a park. So they've been dealing wisely with us. They've been getting us up out of the land, but aren't they the ones that brought us here? So when this famine of the word hits, they're doing that right now, because what they want to do is they deal wisely with us. They take away our ability to communicate. And then what do? Verse 11. They did set taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities such as Pithom and Ramses. So in other words, the cities like right there, that's just an example of them re-enslaving us. So right now, they want to bring slavery back. Don't you guys understand? Trump said that illegal aliens could come back under a program where the farm owner has full authority over the immigrant workers. In other words, he can't leave once he shows up. He's their property, like a tool in the shed. In other words, slavery. So they want to get rid of the word, and there's a reason for it. They want to try to they want to try to implement the MOTB. And if they can successfully implement the MOTB, then they're going to be able to move forward with, digital subscriptions to the new society. And so that's what it's really all about, is marking the goyim. Goyim means cattle. That's us. We're the cattle. They're marking us. That's what they're doing. They're marking us for destruction, though. So either we do what they say or we die. Or we do what they say and they still kill us. Don't you get it? They don't care about us. And now I'm just rambling. So I think you guys got the point. Revelation 22:12. Behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So if your works are trying to justify bullshit, for the lack of better terms, if your works are trying to justify bullshit, then you've got a reward for that. If you're righteous, trying to bring out this truth, and you keep getting shut down, the Most High is going to reward you for your works. He's going to reward both people on both ends. With that being said, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this short message. Shalom.